Women have been neglected with the workforce as a whole for most of the 20th century, following into the 21st. They have faced low wages, low rank, and sexual harassment. Only in recent decades have women begun to gain more respect within the workforce, particularly in STEM fields, but they still face distinct wage disparity and they only make up less than a third of the workforce. Within UTEP, 41.6% of survey responders said that they had never worked before, including only women. That means 31.1% of all the women surveyed had never worked before, all of whom being at least 18 years old. Extrapolating from this, it seems that a third of women either enter the workforce later than men, if at all.
You'll get a job because you're a girl, and we kind of imply that sort of the reverse discrimination. Companies would be looking to hire me because I'm a woman in engineering, and that was more rare, or that they would be.
The STEM field is in need of a more effective recruiting tactic in order to level the employment ratio of men to women in these particular fields. Encouraging women to participate in mathematics, science, technology, and engineering at a young age will help promote the curiosity and understanding of that these particular fields are open to both sexes, and that there are profitable and prestigious positions that await women who pursue and master these particular fields of study. In Seattle, Washington, a group of female engineers are working closely with young school-age girls in special centers that will help them develop a curiosity and understanding about computer programming, with the hope that this newfound knowledge will encourage them to continue to develop an interest in the technological field. One of the biggest obstacles for women to overcome is stereotypes. Society built an image of what technology looks like and who should work in the field. When people think of technology, they think of Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Tim Berners-Lee. No one thinks of Yahoo CEO Marissa Mayer or the other Zuckerberg, Randy Zuckerberg. Women with huge roles in STEM fields are not getting out to the public, and more importantly, to women. No one is educated of the impacts of women already in these fields.
Be intimidating to sit in a room full of men and have to voice your opinion.
Women and equality discrimination has been fought for decades and has still been unchanged. Without the fairness and equality in the workforce, women will still be treated the same. Many women stay silent to their harassment and abuse at work due to the fact that they do not want to risk losing their job that supports their family. Now it has also come to women that there will be many possible Social Security cuts that will affect women drastically due to the fact that women earn less than the average man. Women will see deeper cuts due to women living longer and are a greater part of today's population share.
Secondly, men and women have different expectations about work. For example, if women expect down the road to take time off to raise children, they'll make different choices today about what kinds of skills they acquire than if they imagine they'll be working full-time for the rest of their lives.
The Equal Pay Act that our past President Kennedy had signed in 1963 forbidden discrimination on account of sex in the payment of wages by employers engaged in commerce or the production of goods for commerce. Yet, nearly half a century later, in the first 3 months of 2012, women still earned only 82.2% of what men earned. That's comparing the usual median weekly earnings of full-time employees. Comparing annual pay of full-time, year-round workers, women only earned 77% of what men earned in 2010.
Add up all the incomes of women and divide by the number of women in the labor force, and then do the same thing for men. What you'll find is, on average, women do make about 75% of what men do.
Occupational segregation is the main reason why there are differences in pay wages, thus making the STEM positions less appealing to women. Increases the female workforce in these particular fields will narrow the wage disparities among both genders and will aid in drawing a large number of women into these more lucrative and promising careers. By actively recruiting women in STEM field positions, the issues of wages and promotional opportunities will have a big impact in continuing the trend of women in STEM occupations. Universities should provide scholarships to fund the opportunities with which women can successfully pursue degrees in STEM fields.
Literally saw men being promoted at a greater rate than women.
Women in the workforce change the shape of working America. They are needed to keep the economy running. Just when the current recession started, the unemployment rate for women was only 8%, when the men's was 11.8%. Women are needed in the workforce to keep America stable. Out of America, women need to start getting equal pay, benefits, respect, etc. to not feel uncomfortable in the workforce. Now that these STEM fields are growing, there are now job opportunities, but there is a deficiency in the balance of employment and equality in the ratio between men and women. The STEM fields want more women to take an interest into these well-growing fields. Without the effort and change that can make a difference into today's society, the very slow increase of women who partake
in the pipe, fly to the motherland.